The topic for today is all about you trading. And when it comes to you trading, it comes to talking about how to trade both sports and futures, making use of our powerful tool called you trading. My name is Prince Yemi Kasali, and I'm a life coach and also a crypto analyst and a crypto coach. Um, Today we'll be talking about crypto and what it entails. Number one is you need to know one thing, that when it comes to crypto, it's all about money. It's all about money. Crypto is money, money is crypto. And when it comes to crypto also, we'll talk about different kinds of coins, just like in the real sense, in the fiat world, there is a lot of currency like the dollar, pound, naira, sefa, and so on. So the same thing here. We have lots of money in the crypto space, lots of coins in the crypto space. Some are reasonable, some are unreasonable. Just like in the real world, we have some coins that are very, very unreasonable in their doings, and why some. When I mean unreasonable, I mean worthless. Okay, where some are very strong and some determines the power of the world. It depends on, okay, for example, when we are talking about the US dollars, we're talking about one of the number one crypto coin in the world. So then apart from that, we also know that when it comes to crypto, then you also know that they have their banks, and some of their banks are called, that is where we store our crypto coin. We call them exchanges, but in the real sense, it's just like our normal regular bank where we store all our money. But in the actual bank, we always store a particular currency of that country, a fiat currency of that country in that bank. But in crypto, you can store um, every currency in the crypto space in a bank. That means in one exchanger, you can have more than 50, 20, 100 particular different currencies. And when you're talking about the currencies, you're talking about the coins. So these are part of the currencies that we will be talking, that we are talking about. We are talking about BTC or BTC. Then you talk about Ethereum, Solana. You understand the Pepe, XRP, Doge, and so on. So, and this is one of the example of a bank. This bank is called, this bank is called, oh, what's that snipe? Bybit, yeah, Bybit. It fell off. So then we have Binance, which is more popular. Then we also have a lot like KuCoin, like OKX, a lot of them, and the only function they do for us is to house our coin, and that's what they do for us majorly, housing our coins, housing our money. And inside each of the bank, you can run a lot of tests, a lot of transactions. And one of the best way of making money from the crypto space is to use it to buy and sell. That's number one. But another way is to trade. And when you're talking about trading, you'll be talking about three different kinds of trade. You'll be talking about the spot trade, the futures trade. As you can see here, in here is the spot trade. This is the spot trade here. God, coins are very, very red right now, but it's okay. Then we talk about futures trading. This is futures trading. Okay, this is futures PS, where you can trade in the future space. Okay, below here you can see futures. So these are types of trade, futures. Then we have the regular trade, which is the spot trade. You can see we have the spot wallet. The funding wallet is just more like not important. Then the earning is just a kind of investment wallet. Then we have the futures wallet. So we have the futures wallet. So majorly we have three types of trades in majorly. We have the spot trade, we have the futures trade, and we have the arbitrage trading. So here we will be talking about the most popular ones, which is the spot and the futures trading. And when it comes to spot and futures trading, we'll talk about how do we trade them. When it comes to spot, this is spot here. When it comes to spot, the most important thing is just to buy a coin and hold till it goes higher in price and sell. For example, if you look at the market here, you will realize that we have the BTC. What's happening here? Okay, it's booting now. So if you look at the first one is the BTC USDT. BTC is 65,930 or 943 at this time, which simply means it is 20% lower. 2.4% lower than it was this time yesterday. And the other one is Ethereum, which is almost at the price of what it is yesterday, this same time. Solana is what was about. Right now, Solana is minus 4.5% shorter than what it was yesterday. So that's the way it works. So how do you now make profit from the spot wallet? To make profit from the spot wallet simply means, assuming you have purchased these coins yesterday at this time, you would have been a little bit deeper. That means you will not be making much profit because it went lower than what it was yesterday. But assuming, let's cite an example. Okay, this is another coin called ENS. ENS is 12% higher than what it was this time yesterday. What does that mean? It simply means, assuming you bought $100 worth of ENS yesterday, today you will be having $112 $112. Is that, am I correct? That is because 10% of 100 is okay. Let's use our calculator. Don't let us disturb ourselves. That's about 12.6. Okay, let's use our calculator to be on the safer side and to be on the accurate side. So assuming we bought $100 worth of that coin yesterday, okay, and we have 12% of that. Okay, 12% of that is 12. Okay, even it is 12.6, so that is $12.6. That means we would have gained $12.6 as at what the price was yesterday. Assuming we purchased it this same time yesterday, and today it is just 12 point something percent higher than what it was. So that simply means we would have gained that much as at yesterday. But note, like we said, while you are looking at that also, you should also notice that there were some coins that were lower than what they were yesterday. So what does that mean? It simply means we will be in what they call floating loss. That means right now we would just be waiting for the coin to repeat again to give us profit. Ethereum is 0.25%. That simply means if we purchase $100 worth of Ethereum yesterday, 0.25. So that simply means as of today we would have made 0.25 cents. 0.25 cents. $0.25, which is 25 cents. Okay, so that is how awesome spot trading is. But just like you saw here, it's not just as easy to predict that way. You can see a coin of CVX was almost 30%. It went to 30% of what it was yesterday, because this is 24 hours chart. So it was telling us what it was yesterday. So assuming you bought this coin yesterday at $100 worth of $100, and it is 30% of what it was yesterday, 30% of what it was yesterday. So that simply means you would have made $30 profit. So, and okay, let me go down. But the truth is, okay, but assuming you bought these, is this, what was this, 1,000 rats? Okay, assuming you bought 1,000 rats yesterday, let's use that as an example also. That is, I think that is 17 point something. Okay, 17.26. Okay, 17.26. 17.26. So that simply means if you bought $100 worth of that rats, 1,000 rats, if you bought them yesterday, you'll be shorting 17 $0.26. So that simply means just do this, okay? So that simply means you will now be having $82, $82.74. Somebody was telling me today, was like, oh, I had $100 and my money is now 80 something dollars, $98. Then I laughed. I said, that is one of those things that happen. So it is a normal thing in the crypto space. It happens. So, but one thing that we do in the crypto space is to wait till those coins comes back and give us profit. So that's how to do that. Then we also have futures trading. Futures trading is a situation where you're betting that a coin will do more than it did or would also do lower than it did. What I'm saying here is this. On the other spot, on the sports trading, you can always just bet ahead. Like you're betting that, you're buying to sell in profit. You're just predicting that, oh, let me buy, hold, and wait till I make some particular percentage of profit and sell. But when it comes to futures, it's a little bit different. It is about betting. It's like you're predicting that a coin is going to go down. And if you predict right, then you make your money. And also, if you predict wrong, you might be in floating loss, but at the same time, you might also lose your money for life, like for life. I mean, okay, so, and also, it's very, very simple to trade also, but it is very technical. And one advantage of futures is also the disadvantage of futures. What is the advantage? For example, if you have $100, you can decide to do 20x. Let's say this. Okay. Assuming you have $100, the system can tell you trade with 20x. That is times 20. So that simply means instead of you trading with $100, you'll be trading with $2,000. But the disadvantage is immediately you have exhausted your own $100, then immediately you've exhausted your own $100, then you get liquidated. So that is $2,000 that you're trading with. Okay, let's cite an example. Let's see if this works. Times 5%. Oh, 5% is exactly $100. So that simply means if you trade your coin, if you predict your coin to probably go up, you want to predict a positive direction, and you predict that positive direction, and unfortunately for you, it did not go your way. I don't know what are we finding here. I'm coming. This features seems okay. Options, okay. Okay, just a minute. Okay, this is USDC, okay. Okay, I'm in derivatives. Okay, let me check Binance Wallet. I think Binance will give me a better preview of the futures that I'm talking about now. The only thing is I don't know, Binance is not usually putting wealth in this country, which I am right now, which is one of the greatest countries in the world, Nigeria. So I think you know that. Okay. Now, I go for futures. Okay, I go for futures. I want to see the coins on the futures. Not this. Okay. Let me think. Saying time request, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I hear you. Okay. Let me see if I'm just coming. I want to see the coins. Okay. Let me go to market. Markets will also give me the coins on futures, and which is exactly what I want. Okay. Markets. Come on. Markets now. Okay. This is spot. Okay. This is futures. Okay. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. Assuming you're trading 20x, and right now, you predicted this coin that it is going to go on a positive lane. That means it's going to go 1% up. But eventually, you did that yesterday, and by today, this coin had already went minus 18% down. You would have liquidated a very long time ago, because you would have liquidated at minus what do we call it? Minus 5%. So that is how awesome it is. So look at this. Um, your $100 can trade. You can, instead of trading $100, you can decide to trade times 20, which is $2,000. So assuming you trade 1%, if you're trading $100 and you predict that a coin will go 1% and it went 1%, you would have earned $1. But that is as simple as what you would have earned in spot, $1. But in futures, you can decide to trade 20x. So if you trade 20x, that simply means you're trading with $2,000. And if you predict 1% for this, you say 1%. So that simply means you will earn $20 instead of $1. So you can see how awesome this is, how beautiful this is. But the bitter truth is, when it comes to crypto trading, you can hardly predict right. Forget about all the technical analysis, all the fundamental analysis, and all those stories. You will always get your loss and gain, loss and gain. So that is why some people, most technical analysis guys, use stop loss. So because you will always lose, because coins will always go against your prediction. No matter how good you are, you can never be better than the market. So that is it. It's all about prediction. So you can see $100, 1% can earn you $20 instantly. So that simply means if you have 5 trades that are correct in a day, you would have earned your 100% capital. And how awesome could this be also? You can also do 50x. That means you have $100 times 50. So you can also trade with as good as $5,000 instead of $100. And this will give you 1% of these. 1% of this will give you $50 instantly. You're trading with $100 and it's giving you $50 instantly. But the bitter truth is this. Okay. This will also crashes when you have exhausted your $100. And when will you exhaust your $100? Let's try this. I think it's going to be 2.5%. Is no 2.5% is even going to give us $250. So you'd have exhausted your $100 before then. So let's try 2%. So 2% will give you $100. So that simply means if you do 50x and it goes against you the other way around, immediately you enter 2% against you, you will liquidate. And, and that is something that is awesome that you gradually do and you would honorably do. So, because look at the market right now, it is deeper than what it was yesterday. Look at everything is almost in red. Everything is almost in red. Okay, we have just very few coins that are in green, and look at them. There are just very few coins that are in green. They are countable. You understand? But compared to the ones in red, look at the ones in red. Look at the ones in red. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. So look at it. It's still going. It's still going. It's still going. Red is still going compared to the green. So you always lose and you always gain. But that comes to the powerful tool called uTrading. uTrading helps us to trade. When it comes to trading, there are ways of trading, and the basic ways of trading, the types of trading is called the technical analysis, the fundamental analysis. Then we have the quantitative analysis, which is brand new. The fundamental analysis is about listening to a lot of unnecessary news, SEC this, that, Trump said this, Elon Musk said that, Bill Gates said this, top influencers and whales, countries are saying this, China just said this, Nigeria just blocked everyone, Nigeria is also a very great country when it comes to influencing people. Okay, so we listen to all those news and we predict that, okay, if they said this, this is what will happen, and this is what human behavior would be, and this is what will happen in the market. But sometimes, or most times, it doesn't really happen that way. That's the bitter truth. It doesn't really happen that way. And the truth is, it doesn't really happen that way. And then we talk about technical analysis. Technical analysis is just about you predicting movement. You predicting movement. And that's just it. Oh, this coin is brand new. And just like this is a monthly chart. It's a monthly chart. That was what it was, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 months ago, this coin was launched 8 months ago. And you can imagine, assuming you started with this coin, that is how awesome coins could be. But it's unfortunate that you might not even know what could have happened. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm trying to check something. This coin started from around 0.2 cents, I guess, and it went to 0.6 cents, and today it's even below and very, very below, and we have 0.02 cents right now. So you can see how awesome coins could be, assuming you bought it 8 months ago and you were able to sell it when it went very high at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months ago, and you were able to sell it, you know what you would have made. But the truth is, you don't even know whether it will go down or it will go up, or it will, you don't know whether it will keep going down. So you don't know whether to even sell or to wait. And you know that a lot of people would have sold and make good money while you were waiting that it will go higher. So I want to look for a regular coin. I want to look for a real coin. Okay. Alts. So those are coins that have been in the system for a very long while. Also, you can see this. All these small dots that looks like small dots are the activities and the rate of the up and down of the coin monthly. So what technical analysis usually do? You can see these the candles. You can see the charts. You can see trying to predict whether it goes up or down. So these are charts that we use in predicting, but most of the time it's not just that prediction. It goes beyond that. Let's put it to daily charts. So what you want to predict is this, okay? You want to predict that when it gets to this height, most of the time, it will always go down. So you always check like, okay, look at this line, that straight line. You can see it's always like bouncing back or coming back. You want to relate it to that line, that, oh, that's whenever it gets to that height, it does this and it does that. But most of the time, it's not always correct that way. Most of the time, fundamental analysis or human behavior towards fundamental analysis always change the system. So it is not as simple as that. All this up and down is not as simple as that. Those are daily charts. And if you look at it in hourly chart also, look at what we are having. So it's getting deeper and deeper here. So all these things are good to know, but it is not accurate. And on my own space, it is not. It's not even up to 60% or 70% accurate. Most of the time, you can predict that it's going to get there, but how, when, how, where, when exactly is it going to get there? What time is it going to get there? So it is always about if. Like if it does not react to this resistance, it goes to this. If it does not support this, respond to this support, it will go to this. So it is always if. So how do you know if would happen? For example, if Bitcoin does not go back at probably 70,000, or is it 71 or 70,000? If it does not go, it's either it goes up than that means look for another support or resistance or whatever they call it, or it returns down back. So it is always about if, and if does not give you accurate trades. So that is exactly what we are saying here. So here comes a new system called quantitative analysis. Quantitative analysis does not care what happens in the system. What quantitative analysis does is to do your calculations such that when this happens, okay, you trade a coin, you're expected to have 1%, and it doesn't give you the 1%. It goes down. Then instead of me fighting it, buy more. Instead of when it goes down again, buy more. You're forming average cost pricing over it. So and most of these are easily done by robots, and the most recommended and the most useful robot that I know when it comes to crypto trading is uTrading. And why do I love these robots? Number one is that most of the powerful robots that we had or we are having before uTrading or even after uTrading, the ones that are functioning, it's not like we don't have a lot of robots. But the ones that are most of them, 90% or 99%, I don't want to exaggerate, so it is called gas fee in crypto. So it is called gas fee. So this is what they will charge from you. They will want you to deposit it in your with your with the robot, and also they will also charge probably monthly or annually, which is the most popular annually subscription fee. So that means you'll be double paying after you've paid $100, 120, 150, 250, 500 for subscribing to a robot. They will still tell you to also pay gas fee. So that is double payment. That is outrageous. Some people are even trading with $50. With their $50, probably they might not even make $100 on time because they don't know how to use the robot and so on. So then they will still now pay gas fee. So that is double payment. So I feel bad about that. So I love this robot because it is not even charging you any subscription fee. The only thing they charge what we call the what we call gas fee. So that is number one. Number two is you can trade automated and you can trade manual. Well, and you also get signals. You know, I know of people who subscribe for signals for $500, $1,500, and just like I told you, all these are just technical analyses which are not going to be perfect. Which are not going to be perfect. That's the truth. It doesn't matter what you subscribe for. There's always plus and minus. There's always permutations. There's always, it can, it cannot, and so on. All these things can also be, projected just by common say. So now, they also provide what we call signals, and they provide what we call automated trading, and they also provide what we call manual trading. And some people feel like manual trading, I don't want to be trading. I don't want to stress myself. No, it's not about stressing yourself. It's about picking coins and trading and tell the system that this is exactly what I want you to trade. We'll get into that also. Then the simplicity. The site is simple to arrange. I know some powerful tools also, but they are very complicated. They are very complicated. I can use it, but I know that averagely, even this one that we said is simple because it's just like you are running through mathematics when we were in secondary school. A lot of people, it's not because that math was difficult, but because we already have the concept that it's going to be difficult. So most of us cannot even comprehend it. So the same thing when it comes to robots, even the one that we said is simple, some people can just comprehend it because they have the phobia that it is just too much for them. So talk less of now having, some other tools that are very more complex, very more, you understand. So this is very simple. It is very simple. And one other thing about this robot is that it trades both spot and futures. While most of the robots out there would only trade one, they will either trade futures or they will either trade spot. And most of them that has both futures and spot will ask you to subscribe for futures apart and subscribe for, spot differently. So those are the things that made me love this. And one other thing is just like every other good robot, your capital is in your hands. When you are trading, the reflection, the real trade is happening in your Binance, in your exchanger. They have a lot of exchangers that to themselves. I want to check the exchanges that we have. It's like I'm new here. The API by gas. Well, what am I saying? Is it on? Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have the Binance, then we have Binance US, we have OKX, Bybit, Bitgate, KuCoin, Bitfinex, and then we also have HTX Global, we have Kraken, we have Coinbase, we have BingX, then we have Mexi. So these are exchanges that we have that you can put your money in and link up with these robots. and it will be trading. So both your profit, both the profit you're trading with and the profit and your capital stays with you in your exchanger. The only thing the robot does is to buy and sell for you inside your exchanger. It does not remove the money from your exchanger. So that's how awesome this robot is. So then what else again? Then let's talk about the robots. Down here we have the robots. Okay. And let me click on trades. So trade. We have the automated trades. You can choose either spot or futures to trade automatically. And when you choose it, for example, you choose spot, then you need to have at least $500 trading capital. Then you now choose how many days do you want the system to trade for you. You choose 15 days, 30 days, 90 days. Then you click launch. You understand? Then the same thing with futures. The same thing with futures. You choose the package. That means, do you have up to $500 in your exchange? Then do you $15? How many days do you want to trade? 15 days, 30 days, 90 days. Then you click launch. Then we have signals also, signals for sports and signals for futures. Then when you click on signals for sports, you start getting your signals. Your signals. How many do you want to get per day? Do you know? Even it's a while I'm here, so it's a rearrange. But I think right now all you just need to do is to go and set for the signals, and it trades signals for you. So you can get the signals through Telegram page also. But what we are used to is even this. All you just need to do is to come to this Telegram and check your signals. How do I mean check your signals? You come here, for example, this one is just being pushed and it says that there's a signal of SFP USDT at this. So all you just need to do is to click launch. If you click launch, it will trade. Then you have spot signal that came in 15 minutes ago. Another spot signal of Ethereum came in 15 minutes ago. Futures trend signal came in 15 minutes ago for REF. Trading long, okay. Spot also signal came in 15 minutes ago. So you can see 30 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, 1 hour ago. So there's always signals every blessed day. But the way I trade my signal, because my trade has to be calculated trade, you don't just want it to trade for you based on your level. So all I just do is I see this signal, for example, this is 15 minutes ago. It says I should trade this. Immediately I click launch, it's launched, and the system says, please try and recommended to complete within 2 hours. That means try and trade whatever you want to trade within 2 hours. But personally, after 5 minutes of a signal, I don't usually trade it, in exception of if I should go take my time and check the price they said I should trade, and go and check the price it is recently and see what the movement had been in the past 15 minutes or 10 minutes that it was being sent to me. So all I just need to do is to do XTZ. Then I go manually to go and do the trade. So instead of me just clicking launch, that is just because I want to arrange my trades by myself. So your coach, your admin. Okay. Now here we have the manual trade, and that is awesome. Also, we have different kinds of robots inside one simple robot. We have the AI DCA beta, then we have the DCA beta, then we have the DCA beta for futures, the AI DCA beta for sport, then we have the AI DCA, which is sport, AI DCA futures, then we have the grid, AI grid, sport, AI grid, AI dual grid futures, then we have the DCA sport and the DCA futures. All these are different systems of trading. For example, the DCA simply means a system whereby you trade average cost pricing, where the system allows you to do your settings. You pick your coin. For example, you pick your coin, you choose your coin here, the coins you want to trade. You want to trade dots, and you want to do your settings. How many USDT do you want to trade? How much, what's the total amount of USDT you want to trade? How many do you want to trade at the beginning? Do you want to put it on a cycle or a single? That means, do you want it to keep buying when it is selling, or do you just want to sell once? For example, if you're trading signal, you want to put it on single. If you're trading a repeated trade that you don't want to come back anytime again soon, you just put it on cycle so that when it sells, it buys again, and it sells, it buys again, and so on. So, and we have the settings, max order. How many times do you want it to rebuy in order to help you? All these things are simple, but we need a lot of people to, you need a good upline or a good coach to be able to teach you for this, to make use of, as in to help you in making use of these powerful tools. So it is important that you get somebody to help you do this. So what else again? So these are settings that you can do. Then we have the AI, that is DCA. Then we have the AI DCA. In the difference between the AI DCA, we have both the spot and futures, is that most of the settings, the parameters has been done for you. The only thing you want to do is to change the initial profit, initial position. That means the first amount to buy. Probably I want to change this to USDT. Probably I want to change this to $10. That's the initial one you're buying. This is just an example, and this is spot for you. So then it will decide what it will be trading for you. Then you click launch. Then you only choose whether to be on a cycle or to be on a single. So that's that. So that's all about that. Then we have the AI grid also. AI grid is also an awesome way of trading with our system. This would help you to play it gradually. That means you're trading in bits. For example, you buy $10, it goes down, you buy another $10, it goes down, you buy another $10. Then when it's coming up a little bit, it sells the last one. It goes up a little bit, it sells the last one. It goes down, you buy a new one. It goes down, you buy another new one. It comes up, it sells the last one, and so on. So these are awesome way of trading, and we have a lot of these bots. But as good as these bots are, if you don't have perfect person to guide you, number one is you might not be able to use it, and you might use them wrongly. So as good as we have a gun that can help us kill trespassers, if you don't hide your gun very well, or you're careless with it, God forbid, something bad might also happen. So that is the robot for you. It is a very great tool that we can use to do our tradings, and they actualize our tradings perfectly well. But if you don't make use of it very well, they can really, really destroy you. And here we have the profit for these accounts right now. If you look at this from, okay, let me look at this from this day. Okay. If you look at these, the trading was a little bit poor. We are having just very, very often. We don't have often good products. Like we have $5 here, we have 2.4, we have 1, 2 point something, 1, and so on. But there was a day this changes, because there is a day we started looking at, oh, there is going to be a new way. So we started trading spot also on 7th of 8, as in 7/8, that is 8th of July. And it has always been awesome. It just run of $150, but we are not really putting everything into it. We are selling and buying a bit. And also look at from 13th of July, there is a change in the trade, and you can see 11, 3, 2, 8, 5, 6, 6, 2, 5, 1, and phase 2. So what is happening here is we are decoding new ways of trading that will always give us profit, whether it goes down or it goes up. So far it goes down and it goes up, we always get our profit. So that's all about it. Now, to make use of these robots, then we move. Okay. So to make use of these robots, we need what we call gas fee, and that is exactly what I said at the beginning. We need what we call gas fee. Okay. So let's check the gas fee that we have. Okay, let's check the gas fee that we have. So we call it U gas here. That means you trading gas. And that is what we call gas fee here. You trading gas. Okay, while we have this, the first one is $15 and the next one is $95. Then we have the one of $540, the $1,700, then $2,400, $3,500, then $7,000. Now, I want you to note that the system only allowed the $15 to be there. Majorly, the full package, the $15 do not give you access to everything in the system. And probably I, in my team, do not even advise you to go for $15. So, and if you go for $15, you'll be getting 1,500 worth of you guys. But right from $95, you have 5% discount, which simply means you'll be getting $100 worth of you gas. Then also you have the 540 USDT, which will also give you 10% discount. That means you are saving $60. So you'll be getting $600 worth of you gas. Then the $1,700 you guys will give you will give you $2,000 worth of you guys. The 2,400 you guys will also give you 30,000 worth of you guys. Then this $3,750 you guys will give you $5,000 worth of you guys, while the 7,000 USDT we give you 10,000 worth of you guys. So the discount is majorly in what's in the discount is in, as in there's discount as you're buying more. Then apart from that discount also, the more you're buying, the more you'll be able to operate in the automated robot. So, but I just say that, well, just coming with at least $95, depending on the amount you're trading with. If you're still trading with $100, $50, up to probably $2,000, then you just need to come in with $95. But if your trading capital is going to be $2,000 and above, then you can just make a trial of the $540 you get. Then you can start with that. So it's not compulsory. You go for all those 3,700, 7,000. All these are going to be more of marketing. To me, is more referral earnings. But if you are trading below, although all these are truly as their effect when you're doing automated trading, but in my team, I will guide you on how to do the manual trading, and you do the settings just once, and you never need to go there in the next 2, 3, 4 months. So, so that has been solved. Now, if you're trading below $2,000, then probably you just go for, or if you're trading below $1,500, below $2,000, just go for the $950. But if you're trading above, then you go for the $540 worth of you guys. Just a minute. I'm saying something, and I need to react. Okay. Just don't mind me. Let me respond before something else starts happening in the group. Okay. I just hope some people are not trying to, disturb my groups. Okay, that's been said. So that's all about what you need. And immediately you do that, you bind your accounts together. That is binding. And as you can see here, the Binance has been binded. That is why you have modified. So you just need to bind your accounts. And when you bind the account, then you start trading both manually, automatedly, wherever one you log. Then let's go to the compensation plan. The compensation plan is very simple, and it makes a lot of sense. So what you have here, where do I put you? Okay, what you have here is simple. When you're coming in as a new person, you'll be on this 0, VIP 0. Okay, you'll be on CVIP 0 or CVIP. Okay, just CVIP. Then you immediately you get here and you bring in someone, you don't really make any earnings. To start earning, you have to be on you have to be on VIP 1, as in V1. You have to be a V1 to start making money. And what makes you to become a V1? You need to register 3 people. So your first 3 people, you will not be earning anything. Immediately you register your first 3 people, you will start earning 20%. You start earning 20%. You start earning 20%. So anytime anybody joins your team, you would make 20%. You'll be getting 20% of whatever they are coming in with. 20% of whatever they are coming in with is what you earn. So if somebody is paying $95, you earn about 30 something. Sorry, you earn about $17 thereabout, I guess. You just earn 20%. 20% of $100 is 220. So you earn about $17 thereabout for everyone that pays $95 in your team. And the awesome thing is, whenever some people are also paying directly under you, so far it is their first set of people, you also earn that money also. So you earn 20% of whatever people are bringing in. Then to move on, you need to register at least 5 direct new members. That means you have to bring in another 5 people, while 3 out of your people has to also be a V1. Then you become a V2. And as a V2, you will start earning 30% of whatever people comes to your team with. Okay, then also you can also move to V3 by also yeah, hello. I'm sorry. My network went off. I don't know why. I don't know. My network went off. So let me share my screen again. Um, I think I'm back, isn't it? I'm audible. Hello. Can somebody just let me know if I'm audible? Hello.
Yes, you are. You are audible. Loud and clear.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Okay. So to become a V2, immediately you become a V2, you start earning 30% of whatever anybody comes in through you, and that's what you start earning. Then you also need to move to the next stage, you need 8 direct registrations, and 3 of them has to be a V2, then you move to V3. So you become a V3 when you have new 8 people and 3 of them become a V2. So you move to V3. On V3, you get 40% of whatever you guys people are buying in your structure. And you get 40%. And that's also reasonable, because when people are coming in with probably $95, you are getting about $34 thereabout for everyone that is coming in. Now, to move to the next stage, which is V5, which is V4, sorry, you need 12 new registrations, and you also need 3 people to become a V3 that you have. That means 3 people to join you on your leg. So that makes you a V5. That makes you a V4, sorry. And as a V4 member, you'll be earning 50% of whatever people are bringing into your team, and you'll be hearing peer reward of 10%. What does that mean? Now, for example, as a V4, you'll be earning 50% of whatever people are bringing into your team. But Immediately you have a V5 or sorry, you have a V4 in your team under you. You will not be earning anything in the previous ranks. You don't earn that particular percentage of what, as in when you and people under you are on the same rank, you don't earn from them. But right from B4, you start earning 10% of whatever they are earning. Instead of you not to earn anything, you will earn 10%. So 10% is what you'll be getting if you're on the same rank. But if not, you get if you they are still new, you get in your full money of 50%. I'm still going to explain something there. Or let me just finish this and I will explain something. So as a V4. Now, let me explain it once and for all so that I don't forget. Now, assuming I am on V4, I'll be earning 50% of whatever people brings into my team. Now, no matter where you are on my structure, no matter even if you are on the 28th level, I'll earn 50%. But the question is, before you get to me, what are the levels at which people are? Assuming you're on my 10th level, deep, 10th level deep, and assuming everybody at that top to that place is still V0, that simply means nobody is to earn any money. I'll earn the entire 50%. But in between, assuming I have somebody that is in a V1, that person will earn 20%. I will earn the balance, which is the 30%. And that makes it very awesome. So, and assuming there is somebody who is a V1, and there's somebody who is also a V3, a V2. So that simply means the V1 would have earned the 20%. The V3 ahead will earn the balance of 10%, while me, that is a V4, we earn the remaining 20%. I guess that is cool. And that is being understood. So when we are talking about all this 50%, 40%, you can earn it from any direction so far there is no intersection. But whenever there is intersection, you earn the balance. So for example, as a V4, you have a V3 under you, and somebody somewhere under that line also came in with a package. That person will earn his own 40%, and the remaining 10% to make 50% is what you will earn. So that simply means it is not about your direct referral alone. For example, you came in and somebody came in under you, you're already V4 and you're getting 50%. Somebody came in directly under you, and because that person is yet to become a V1, he brought in someone, you will earn the entire money because that person is not going to earn anything. You will earn the entire money. So when that person becomes a V1, the person will earn 20% and you will earn the remaining 30%. So we move to the next rank, which is V5. V5 is more interesting because there is always a 10% global dividends share between V5 and V6 every 90 days. That simply means that whenever every 90 days, 10% of everything, everybody is being bought or being purchased globally is reserved, and it will be shared among the V5 and the V6. V5 will have 5%, V6 will have 5%. So it makes sense. And a lot of people are making cool money from this. I think the last year, V6 was earning about 1,000 something dollars. I've forgotten. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what is happening. My Wi-Fi is going off and on. I don't know why that is happening, but I'm sorry. it doesn't really happen that way. At least my wife file always at least make better sense. I don't know why. But this is Nigeria. Anything happens. So I'll rush this. So on V5, you'll be getting to become a V5. To become a V5, let's go to that. To become a V5, you need 20 direct registrations, and you also need 3 of them to be a V4. So makes you become a V5. And immediately you become a V5, you have 55% of, you make 55%. And the peer reward also is 10%. The global dividends, 10%, that I have explained. Then you move to the last rank, which is 30 direct referrals. Then also you need 3 of them to become a V5. Then you become a V6, and you start earning 60% of whatever comes on your tree, and you still earn the 10% reward, and you earn the global dividends of 10%. Okay. I think this person is not showing, this account is not showing the global pool because it's not a V3 account. So let me check. From V3 upward is what you can see. That is when you can see these. Just a minute. Let me show you something. So this account is a V3. Already, this account has more than enough to become a V4. Because to become a V4, you only need 12 direct registrations to become a V4. But you need 3 of them to become a V3 before you can become a V4. And unfortunately, I have 16 members here. That means instead of 12, I already have 16 members. But I have 0% that is also like me. So, as in, I don't have the 3V3. So that's it. So that is why this account is yet to become a V4. Now, I wanted to show you something. Okay, look at this. We have 14 days to go for people to share their, this reward, to share the reward, and we already have $64,000 to be shared. So $64,000 will be shared among the V5 and the V6 in the next 14 days. So counting 14 days to go. 14 days to go. So that's that. So that's awesome. And that's the compensation plan. And you can see, despite this is coming in beats, it makes sense because let's look at this. Okay, let's look at this. Coming. Okay. Let's look at the total earning here. This account already has $961. Although this is my second account, I have another account, but which is lower than this, not up to this. So that simply means I've earned above $1,000 in the business within April and today, and I've not been trading. I've not been doing the business aggressively. I've been doing more of trainings, and I just feel like let's start the real marketing. And although I have made above $1,000. So what I'm trying to say in essence is all this small money adds up and really brings good thing. But this is just a lot of people in this just short period of time have made above $5,000, and I knew accounts of people in 1 year that have made above 70-something thousand dollars. I know people who have made above $100,000 in the past 1 year. So people are really making money with these small stipends that we see. As you can see, the direct referral, what I made directly is just 487, while the indirect is also 473. So almost the same thing that is made on the direct is made on the indirect. So that simply means I'm not really having the active members in terms of pulling the business, and that is because probably I am not really also active. I wasn't active. I'm active now. I want to make good money. So that's that about the compensation plan. So do we have questions concerning either the compensation plan or the robot itself? Thank you.